Hello, my name is Ilona, and in this video I want to talk first about my video yesterday. I did a card reading on whether the storm is here. There has been a lot of talk and people were seeing a lot of activity on the 11th of November. A lot of planes from the military just went up in the air. A lot of things happening at sea globally, and there are a lot of troops moving around the globe. So a lot going on, and my question was, are we in the storm? Is it happening? And I got a definite yes. So we are in the storm. Of course, we kind of have to wait and see what's going to happen next, but there's a lot of things going on. I could just feel it in the energy. So I understand there's this very heavy feeling, and at the same time I am getting this almost giggly, exciting feeling like, oh, it's happening. Oh, finally. We have to wait and see. I did get the feeling that it could be going very differently than what we're expecting, but things are moving ahead, and I do believe that the coming weeks things will start to change. But like I've said, it's so difficult to just pinpoint a date or anything. It could happen any minute that we're really noticing and things will come out. Could also take some time, but this is not going to take months or years. I do believe that we are in the end phase, so to speak, the end game. Of course, the how do you say it, the dark are fighting back with what they've got, and that's pretty much the media. So you can really see them ramping up the fear of the Third World War. Things are happening that they're pretty much are just. It's just really hoping it will spread fear. That's pretty much what they've got. The government in the Netherlands trying to push through that the pass that we have can only be used by people that had the wasp sting or have a recovery proof that they've recovered from, well, whatever it is. You cannot test anymore. In Belgium, if I understand correctly, the medical people that work in the medical field will have to get the wasp sting before the 1st of January. To be honest, I just see this as the last thing they've got. So don't fall for it. Stand strong, have faith. This is going to work out fine. The light has won, so don't give in to them. If you have to just figure out what your legal status is, because we do have things to fall back on. Don't just take it because someone says it, that it's supposed to be working for us, but is obviously not working for us. So really stand your ground. It's so important now, and there's so many things going on. I got a lot of questions about camps. I think I've done a reading about that quite some time ago, so I'm going to look at what the energy is now. There are camps being built in the Netherlands, also on the Veluwe, if I'm not mistaken. They're in Great Britain, there are camps. In America, I think they're globally, there are camps. And the people are afraid that this is really just the dark hats taking over the black hats. And we really have to fear for being pulled out of our houses and forced to take something. I really want to take a look at it, what it is now in the energy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got that the white hats took over, but I'm just going to look at the energy now with the camps. What's going on there? This is the card above, that's Temperance. The central card is the Hermit. This is the card in the past, Six of Cups. Card underneath is the Two of Wands. And this is the card for the future, Justice. That's an interesting card. First of all, we've got 3 major arcana cards. So that means this is a big, big thing. The major arcana cards are usually deep psychological processes. They go deeper than the minor arcana cards. This is really about, I have a feeling, especially with Justice, that I do believe that this is from the white hats and it's going to be used against the black hats. That's really my feeling still, and it's kind of confirming in my card reading. This is about healing. These camps will be used maybe not only to pick, how to say that, take care of the bad guys, but also maybe in some way people will be brought there that need certain healing, or certain that they need to take care of certain things that are happening with the wasp sting, because this card is about healing as well, and it's about healing humanity, healing the earth. So justice will be served, and I do believe this in a good way. But right now it's difficult to determine which side they're on. There are a lot of stories going on that may seem that it's the other side taking care of these camps, but that's why it's not clear yet, but it will get clear. And it's about the Hermit is about isolating. So I do believe it will be used to isolate certain people to serve justice, but I also believe that it could be used for people that need help in all kinds of ways and need healing for somewhere. I have a feeling that it will be used for a good thing. So these camps, I still feel that these camps really are there to are taking over. I do believe that the Black Hats started this. They started the camps, and I believe it's been taken over by the White Hats and will be used to serve justice, and will be used maybe even for healing, for people to take care of people that, especially with the damages from the wasp sting, that are, you can just see it everywhere. It's really starting to come out, and it's very difficult for the media to start suppressing that, because so much is coming out and people are experiencing it personally or in their environment. So it's very tough for them to hold on to this narrative that nothing's going on with these wasp stings. I believe one of my cards fell, so just going to pick it up. And that's something else I'd like to take a look at, which is interesting, is in Australia. I got a message from someone who mentioned that in Melbourne there are a lot of people protesting. It's pretty tough. How do you say that, the regulations are very strict, and they mentioned that there is areas where the internet providers are just there's a blackout. And even in the center of Melbourne, there's a no-fly area for the media, so they cannot report what's going on. Although I don't think the media was going to report anything in that case. They're pretty much still working for the dark side. But I'm going to take a look at Australia, whether the blackout is really a black hat operation to make sure nothing gets out from what's going on there, or that it is actually the White Hats who are taking, how do you say that, taking this situation to their advantage. So let's see what the cards will have to say. This is the Four of Wands. It's the card above. Central card is the Four of Swords. This is the card in the past, Justice. Card underneath is the Three of Cups. And the card for the future is the Nine of Pentacles. I do get, especially with these cards, a lot of positive cards. There was just one card, that's the central card. It's not really negative, but it's very unclear what's going on. It almost looks like a standstill, but there's so much going on the background. I do believe that the White Hats actually let the blackout happen so they could pick up people, clean up things. There's a lot going on there, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if they've actually taken advantage from the situation. So it will look like it's the Black Hats that are behind this action, but in reality it is the White Hats who are taking care of things, who are rebuilding the community and really have to take care of all these negative influences. This is about justice being served. So they've planned this ahead, and this is the time to take care of certain people, maybe things under the ground that I still need to take care of, especially concerning certain things where partying things. So that could have probably a lot of cleaning up has to be done there in that area. And like I've mentioned before, I believe, I forgot her name, but she's a very a psychic in Australia was talking about that there were a lot of, how do you say that, there were places where the elite could go. That's what the plan was, to really pretty much destroy the earth or scorch the earth. There wouldn't be very much left, and they would hide in their bunkers in Australia. So there's a lot that needs to be taken care of there. And I think that's happening right now. And ultimately, this will just be for the better of humanity, for the better health of humanity. So I do believe things will start to the energy will be better and better in Australia. Right now, it's still at a standstill. At least that's what it feels like. It feels like not a lot is happening there, and just the dark side is pushing through. But there is a lot going on the background. So I do have this feeling there's a lot happening in Australia, which will come out in the future, in the near future. So things will be more clear. People will understand more what's going on. So I do believe that they've taken this situation, and that actually the Whiteheads are the one turning off the internet and making sure people cannot fly over certain areas because things need to be done. That's the feeling I'm getting. So a lot of things happening there in Australia. I also want to take a look at how people are going to react that are now fast asleep when things are coming out. So I do have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of pain, there's going to be a lot of anger, and a lot of confusion. So we'll see what the cards will have to say about that. So when people are starting, that are really asleep, are starting to realize what's going on. The Tower, suitable card. That's the card above. This is the Eight of Pentacles. That's the central card. This is the card in the past, Death. This is the Three of Wands. That's the card underneath the central card. And the card for the future is the Page of Cups. This is very interesting because it will be shocking for them. I think there's going to be a lot of anger. I think a lot of things from the wasp sting are going to come out. People are experiencing things personally. And I think a lot of people will realize and start to realize what they've done to themselves, but also to their family and to their children. So I think it will be very shocking. I also believe a lot of people in the medical field will have a huge problem with what they've essentially have done. So I do believe there's going to be a lot going on there. Of course, people are going to fall away. They're going to leave this earth plane because of the wasp sting and because of soul contracts. So I do believe that will be very shocking for people as well to handle all that, because the entire society as we know it will collapse. It will not be the same as we've known it or as people, were used to. So things are going to change dramatically. But I do believe when the truth is coming out, at least part of the truth is coming out, I do believe that will be in phases so people can handle it. It'd be very shocking for them. Everything they've built on will be like collapsing. So there's going to be anger, there's going to be fear, could be very aggressive. There will be people who will try to hold on to what they know and what they've got. There could be that they turn towards themselves in a way. It's going to be very tough. And the central card, this is about working. So when this happens, I've said before, the people that are awake will really need to step up and help the people that are open to it. Don't waste your time on people that are hostile towards you or really don't want to know, really close themselves off. Just take a distance, keep a distance from those people. You do not want to waste your energy on them. Be open for the people that want help. Try to explain what is going on. I do believe that the time when things are coming out will be a tough time, and we really have to work at it to bring things together, to change things. I do believe that we are ready for it. We are strong. We are in our authority and in our power. We're going to go through this period. We'll be fine ultimately, but a lot of things will happen. A lot of things will change. And even for the people that are awake, it can be tough. You may be losing people around you, losing people you love, or people that you love will be like damaged or get sick, or maybe get completely confused of what's going on. So it's going to be a tough period for adjustments, but it will be necessary. And especially for the people that are awake, we just have to kind of watch and see what's going to happen. Step in when people are open for it, when people really want your help. But don't step in if people are like, get away from me, or really don't want to have anything to do with you, or really are closed off. You just have to leave them and watch it's their own choice how they're going to react to it and how they're going to deal with it. So it will be a period of watching what's going on and working on a new future, working on a new foundation. So the period ahead, it's not going to be easy, but it will be a chance of reconnecting with people around us, reconnecting with ourselves, and reconnecting as humanity. It will be so important to see things in a different light, to really open up, to really experience that connection that we truly have as humans. It will be a beautiful time. A beautiful time is ahead. Beautiful energy is coming in. The 5D world is already there and will grow from there. I truly believe that. But we will have to go through this period of the Tower period of shock. People will be confused, angry, all kinds of things will come out. It's very important to stay in your own energy, to really be your own authority. Watch what happened. Just take from a distance, just see what's going to happen. People want help. Help them. Things you can change. Things will collapse, so new systems will be put into place. Help out. This is the time to really step into our authority and our strength. And we're ready for this. That's why we're here. So this is what we're supposed to be doing in our lifetimes, and the moment is now. So I want to leave it at that. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.